Alrighty then, Successful Indie Author 5-Minute Focus, episode 675, The 3 Pillars of Personal Security. Here's Stanley. He has a little chew thing that he's been running around with. He doesn't eat them. He just runs around with it, whimpers, hangs out, and runs around some more. Alright. 3 pillars of personal security: physical, emotional, and financial. Those 3 elements combine to put you into place that you're in a good mental place. In order to excel on any day, your mind and body need to be free to perform. And what that means is you don't have these external worries that are internal to you. Like, are you worried that you can't pay your bills? Money can't buy happiness. Well, but it can set you up to be happy a hell of a lot better than if you don't have money. Because if this pillar is lacking because you don't have enough money to pay your bills, it's going to be real hard to be happy. But if you can pay your bills, no, you don't have to take that gold star vacation to Puerto Vallarta, but you have enough to pay your bills and enough to live and survive. You pay your mortgage, you buy food, you pay your utilities, and then you keep moving forward. That is that first pillar. You have to have enough. And if you don't, it's going to be real hard. And so if you can't get into the right mental state to write because you've got these other things, just understand it's natural. It's hard to be free in your mind to create when you're worried about certain things. Are you physically able to do what you do? This is the physical security. It's kind of polleny out there today. The physical security. Are you safe? Is your house falling down around you when you go outside? Are you worried that you're going to get beaten up or mugged? Those are physical security that you really need to be aware of, and we hope that people take care of it, work out enough, be physically active to keep your body supporting your brain and driving it around, keep the meat wagon in good condition, and that means externally, you're not in a job where you're taking high risks every minute of every day, like baling hay by hand, which is a challenge. You got the kids, people get their arm ripped off in balers and all kinds of crazy stuff going on if they're not paying attention. So physical security, you've got to take care of the meat wagon that hauls the brain around. And then emotional. Do you have the emotional security? Did your dog of 10 years that lived with you just pass away? It's really hard, once again, to get the right mindset to work with that. A few years ago, my dog Phyllis passed away, and that was crushing. It was the hardest loss I've ever had to deal with. My mother just passed away in January, and that wasn't as hard or bad as when we lost Phyllis. Just different in how it impacted me. I understood. I got it. Okay, I also had heart surgery at the same time, so it was a severe challenge to get back into writing, even though I looked at writing as my escape from these other things going on. So emotional and physical, because they're working on my heart. Well, emotionally, I'm afraid. So both of those things together. Now, the good thing is I had enough money to deal with the surgery, to deal with the day-to-day things, so I wasn't worried about paying my bills. So I at least had one of the 3 pillars upright and good to go, but the other 2 were lacking, and it made for a hard time to write. I still did, and then found that that was the escape I needed to get back into it and do what I needed to do to keep pushing out books. And also, it was the pandemic, so I wrote like a fiend. That was 2020. So, are you challenged by an emotionally significant event? Did you get a divorce? Did you get other things? Have a baby? Those are all. Did you move? Something that's what seems simple is not, because it pulls your mind away from what you're doing. That's an emotionally traumatic event. All of those, I think, top 10 are basically relationships. Did you get married? Did you break up? Did you have a baby? Did you move? If you move and you have any kind of contention with your spouse, it makes it really hard. And once again, writing, oh, hey, honey, you take care of the move. I'm going to go over here and write. Yeah, that's not going to work so well. You just have to, once again, physical security, because you're going to get clocked by a freaking cast iron fry pan if you try to pull that. So don't. Make sure you're physically safe and not by locking yourself in the room, but by doing the right thing to be emotionally safe. So there you go. Do you feel safe? And this is different than are you safe? Are you safe? Yes. If you're worried about things out of your control, like I go outside my door, oh my God, I'm going to get eaten by a bear. Well, I've lived here for 10 years and I've never seen a bear, not around our house. So I think I'm okay in that regard. So I shouldn't worry about stuff that's out of my control that is such a rarity. So just understand, do you feel safe or are you safe? And once again, those come to your mental state so you can write. If you understand it, you can manage it as much as you can and then get back to what you really want to do, which is write a great story, put it in the right reader's hands, and drive towards that financial security. Because if you're successful as an author and if you're selling books and you keep selling them and you keep publishing, then that helps that a whole lot. Hopefully this helps. The 3 pillars of personal security. Peace, fellow humans.